This is a book review of Logan's Run, an adult colouring book. Now this is from TidalWave Productions, and there's 98 pages. It's in black and white all the way through. There's no colour, obviously the colour on the front and the back, which is a standard look for TidalWave. I don't know why they always do this. I would have thought nice bits of Logan's Run on the back would have been quite nice, but they always go for this sort of standard look. Got the ISBN number. Other than that, and obviously TidalWaveComics.com, there's no details. So I have no idea when this came out. I only had to look on Amazon to find out it was 98 pages, unless I, of course, could have counted it. But I have no idea anything else about it. There's no details at all. I assume it came out this year, and it doesn't even have a particularly a title on the front page. It's got "When the Time Comes, Don't Run," but nothing about Logan's Run, colouring book, etc. inside. Now, this is quite, I'm just going to quickly show the original comic book before I go any further with this thing. You can see it's obviously slightly bigger than the original, so it's quite nice in that sense. Now, this would be nice if it would have been a bigger volume, obviously hardback and all that sort of stuff, and not being treated like as obviously a colouring book, but actually a proper book with all the different pictures. I would love to see more of the pencil work as well as the inked work. It's always great to see that. So, because this does actually have, along with the, obviously, got this lovely black and white artwork there, obviously from the comic books in many cases, I assume. I can't sort of find an exact example, but it's also not only that, it's got, I think that was a cover. You've got this lovely pencil drawing, which is, of course, if you wanted to use it, you could colour it, of course. You could also use it, great example for some inking and work, so you get a nice pen and ink that yourself. Maybe make, obviously, copies and try out numerous times, because that's the thing with a lot of these books, is that in many ways you can't take pages out particularly. Now, I'm not going to do that. Obviously, I'm going to keep it as a nice copy, but if you wanted to, you could pull the pages out, maybe put them on the wall kind of thing. So you could snip out with sort of scissors, but then make a copy for yourself, and then you can obviously try it multiple times. That's what I would do. You're not, why not? Because once you've coloured it, that's it. There's no way back again from that point. I always think that if so it's nice to be able to, and there's another great penciled, I love it, absolutely love it. But like I say, it would be great if a proper book came out with maybe some details, like the artist's thing, what they were doing all behind the scenes, some introduction, some detail. Also maybe from the writer, what were they thinking? What was the idea about the story? Because a lot of these things, obviously with these, you're open, it's open to interpretation. I have my point of view about the Logan's Run story. Now maybe the writer had other intentions. So it would be nice to actually see a book with a bit more behind the scenes of the series. And maybe if they did that, they could include maybe a couple more additional stories on high quality, really nice paper. And you've got lots of great pics all the way through this. And not all. I mean, there's some that I might have to say that station does not, that's a bit, quite a lot. I mean, look at that, that's absolutely beautiful, that one there. I mean, that is just an absolute superb. And then you've got this, obviously, a pencil drawing beside it, and you've got lots of other stories. Now, they're all over the place in terms of story. There's no continuous story, absolutely not. Also, you'll notice as well, there's no word balloons at all. The word balloons have all gone, which is great as well. It's always quite nice. You could, of course, always, I say, add your own word balloons. Cut out some balloons, stick them on top, and make your own story. Glue them down wherever. If you wanted to do that, why not? It doesn't have to be exactly a colouring book, particularly. What you can do, obviously, you can colour it. I don't know how well, if you colour it, say, like in watercolours, acrylics, whatever, obviously different materials, inks, up to you. How it would go, how it flows in. I haven't done it, so I can't say. However, 98 pages. I absolutely love this. I think it's just great, and it's a real surprise. I mean, this is the thing that's really unusual. I was not expecting. I mean, it's one of those things. I was just looking through the listings. I thought, I wonder what's come out recently, because there's an omnibus edition just on the Kindle. I would love to see that omnibus edition as a physical book. I mean, I love Kindle. I've got quite a few books on my Kindle, but I do actually like, in quite a few cases, physical book. I'd love to see that omnibus edition along with a few more stories, of course, as well, of course, like that. But anyway, when I saw this listed, I thought, weird, very unusual. follow up. So I ordered it straight away, and came very promptly, which is great. And as I said, got all the comics, or most of them. I think I've got a few missing, especially the Kindle ones. There's a few just on Kindle, and I bought one, I think, of the Kindle one. I'll probably get them all at some point, I guess. Maybe I'll get the omnibus, I don't know. But that's once you've gone through all this, and weirdly, it's printed. This one was printed in the UK, which is probably the reason why it came quite quickly. I was expecting it was going to take some time because I thought it was going to come from the US. So maybe if you get this book, you get the book and you'll find that the quality may be very different from the quality in here. Now, I guess this is the reason. I've just turned to a page here that maybe this is the adult version, the reason why it's adult. But there's virtually not much. I mean, it's nothing much more than that was a cover, definitely. One of the covers, I can't remember which issue that was from. But there's lots and lots of great little things. And I think, what a lovely addition to my Logan's Run collection. I've got the books, I've got the film, and now I've got the colouring book. What could be better than that? Great. Totally recommended. Excellent, excellent book.